Good evening. My name is Robert Boynton. I'm the principal here at Steele High School, and I'd like to welcome you to our 14th annual Scholarship and Awards Program. Before we begin tonight's meeting, or tonight's program, I'd like to introduce the members of the Board of Education who are present. Mrs. Jennifer Musgrave, over by the food. Mr. James Berthold, and Mrs. Carol Jajak. I would like to also recognize a number of people who are responsible for organizing tonight's program. Mrs. Patty Vegahoff, President of the Amherst Teachers Association. The Amherst Teachers Association pays for the academic awards that will be given out tonight. Mrs. Roberta Arrows, President of the Parent and Teacher for Steele organization. Mrs. Arrows here? Oh, you can stand up. The PTS helps organize the reception that will follow tonight's program. Mr. David Lengel will serve as our MC tonight. And Mr. Ronald Camp and Mrs. Judy Alexander, who are responsible for the overall organization of tonight's program. Judy and Ron. Before I turn the program over to Mr. Lengel, I would like to make a few comments. I happen to love mystery stories, and I particularly like the part that occurs in most of them when the detective gathers all the suspects together in one place and points the accusing finger and says, "You did it." At this point, of course, the case is solved, and all that remains is for the detective to tell us how he or she arrived at the guilty party. Well, I feel I could be a rather good detective myself this evening. In fact, I can definitely point my finger and say that you did it. You, the people sitting before me this evening, you did it. You will have to take full responsibility for the award you will receive tonight. I know that you are guilty of hard work, the hours of study and practice, and the effort and energy that went into receiving these honors. I know that you are guilty and fully deserve what you will receive. And how did I arrive at that conclusion? That's simple. As part of this school, I've had the opportunity to observe you firsthand. I've come to know you. I've come to appreciate your intelligence, your dedication, and your endless and tireless efforts to achieve something great. I've witnessed the way in which the students have given their all, and the way in which you parents have supported them at every turn without being asked. I've seen all of this, and it has led me to conclude that you are all guilty. Guilty of a crime of passion. Passion for life, passion for learning, passion for being the best that you are capable of becoming now and tomorrow. And since you are guilty of this, it is only right that tonight you receive the fruits of your labor. Let me assure each and every one of you that you deserve them and more. And to the seniors, this is your night. Enjoy it and take our wishes that these awards may be but one part of a rich and rewarding life for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Boynton. I've been the Master of Ceremonies for this awards program for several years now. I guess about 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. And each year I say something like this, and that is that this really is one of the favorite parts of the year for me. Not only because it's the end of school, but because it really does give us the opportunity to recognize the young people of this community, particularly in this school, for the positive things that they've done, not only this year, but in some cases in the last 4 years. This is a lot of fun for me. I really do enjoy it. And it seems each year our list of awards increases, and I think that really is commendable, and it says a lot about our young people here in Amherst. I always enjoy doing this, as I said. In fact, this year I even got my hair cut for the event. Actually, there was another reason behind it. Some people started saying I look like a certain comedian. Guy that likes to smash fruit, you know, but I'm not going to do any of that tonight, so. See there? He said, I told us, last joke you'll hear from me tonight. That was a joke, by the way. We have many, many awards tonight, and not only are they many in number, but they represent a large variety of awards for a variety of academic achievements. And I'd like to start off with our first award tonight, the Amherst Business and Professional Women's Scholarship. And this award will be presented by Maria Dunn.
Good evening. BPW promotes full participation, equity, and economic self-sufficiency for working women. Going along with this, every year we give out a scholarship. This year we were fortunate enough that we could give out 2 $500 scholarships. The winners this year are Melissa Mazer and Jennifer Lee Campbell.
Next on our list is the Amherst Administrator's Scholarship, and this will be presented by Mr. Steve Demko.
Thank you, Mr. Langle. The Amherst School Administrator's Scholarship is given to a student who not only has maintained a high level of scholarship throughout his school career, but to one who has also shown determination, perseverance, and dedication towards achieving clearly identified goals. The recipient of tonight's Administrator's Scholarship Award has a strong desire to succeed, both in the classroom and in extracurricular activities. Her 4.1 grade point average ranks 5th in this year's graduating class of approximately 260 seniors. She is a member of the yearbook staff and the National Honor Society, and has excelled in both cross-country and track, where she has earned 6 varsity letters and has been elected team captain twice. Tonight's recipient has identified her post-high school college goals as first receiving a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Toledo, and then pursuing her education towards a medical degree. On behalf of the administrators of the Amherst Exempted Village School District, I'm honored to present this $500 scholarship to Ms. Rachel Dorsch and to wish her every success in meeting her future goals. Rachel?
Thank you, Mr. Demko. Congratulations, Rachel. Next on the list is the Amherst Schools Educational Foundation Scholarship, to be presented by Mrs. Carolyn Thorley.
Thank you, Mr. Lingle. This is the 3rd annual scholarship presented by the Amherst Schools Educational Foundation, of which we are very proud. And we wish to express our appreciation to all you parents, teachers, administrators, residents of Amherst, businesses, and alumni who have so generously contributed to the foundation. This truly is, as a contribution to the foundation, a gift that keeps on giving, as you see by our third scholarship and the grants also that are presented each year. And now it is my extreme pleasure to present this year's scholarship to Miss Kristen Holstein. This is yours also. This is also. Has your name on it. Oh, wait a minute. Thank you.
Next, we have the Amherst Women's League Scholarship presented by Mrs. Pauline LaFrance.
Good evening. Our pleasure is to give this $500 scholarship to Jeffrey Kazandi.
Next, we have the Amherst Twig Benders Ohio Child Conservation Scholarship, and this will be presented by Hattie Vegahoff.
Thank you, Mr. Lincoln. The Ohio Child Conservation League, commonly known as OCCL, is made up of more than 7,500 members divided into 550 leagues throughout the state of Ohio. It was established in 1918 to promote more effective standards of family living and to establish a closer communication between home and community. OCCL has grown to become one of Ohio's leading support groups for mothers of all ages. It is a nonprofit educational organization interested in conserving our greatest natural resource, our children. Therefore, its motto being, "A child well guided today, tomorrow will guide well his own destiny." Every year, OCCL awards various scholarships throughout the state of Ohio. The scholarships are based on academic performance and community service. As a representative of OCCL, I'm very proud to present this year's recipient to Jennifer Lee Camera. Jennifer, as you well know, has expressed both her community service, her dedication to community service, and to her performance in the academic area. So at this time, I'd like to call Jennifer Lee forward, and our best wishes are with you as you... Our best wishes are with you as you go forth to prepare for a lifelong career. We wish you success.
Thank you, Mrs. Vegahoff. Next, we have Mrs. Donna Krasinski, who will be presenting the Amherst Democratic Women's Club Award.
I have no notes. My choice was notes or crutches, and in order to get up here, crutches were the better part of valor. The Amherst Democratic Women's Club has been in existence in Amherst for 60 years. In the past years, they've helped with different school projects and community projects. And for a long time, unfortunately, it was a very quiet club, just consisting of meetings. This is the first annual Democratic Women's Club Award. We hope that it will grow in amount, but this is the first. And we are pleased to award it to Nicole Baratieri. Evidently, Nicole is not here. But this award is based on an essay that was written, Youth in Community. And based on that, Nicole is the recipient of this year's award. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Kaczynski. The Future Teachers of America Scholarship and the Green Apple Award is next, and this will be presented by Mrs. Sally Dolmage.
Our Future Teachers Association, the FTA, has approximately 30 members this year. We are really growing. We have a really strong group of students who are interested in pursuing the career of education. This year we have 5 strong senior members: Misty Stack, Emily Engelhardt, Jamie Sternisha, Katie Bednar, and Jennifer Derrick. And one of the awards that we started 2 years ago was called the Green Apple Award. And the list of senior members is submitted to our faculty, and they select the senior who they feel has the qualifications and characteristics to become a great future teacher. Each of these 5 girls received a substantial number of votes. I was almost geared to get 5 green apples. But each year we do give 1 Green Apple Award, and this year our recipient is Jamie Sternisha, who will be going to Ashland University to major in education. We also give 2 $200 scholarships, and the recipients of these scholarships have already received them. We had an FTA banquet last week, but I'd like to recognize those 2 students, and please have them stand for a deserved applause. And the 2 students who received those scholarships are Misty Stack and Emily Engelhardt. Thank you.
Next, we have the Catherine Murray Memorial Scholarship, and our presenter is Mrs. Gwen Baker.
Good evening. They asked us to keep it short, so I'm going to. The Catherine P. Murray Trust Fund was established 3 years ago to award scholarships to deserving graduates of the Amherst school system. The trustees of the Catherine P. Murray Trust Fund are pleased to announce that the scholarship for 1991-92 is $3,000. We, the trustees, are very pleased to award this scholarship to Kelly Zahn. Kelly, we hope that you'll use this to pursue your love for foreign language.
And that commercial message was brought to you by... that really is quite an award, and it has grown. I wrote more recommendations, I think, for that one than any other single award. So congratulations, Kelly. Next, we have the Daughters of the American Revolution Award, and this will be presented by Mrs. Sally Dolmage.
The National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution has conducted a good citizenship contest, a yearly contest starting in 1934. They recognize seniors who have the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism in our high school seniors. And once again, I want to emphasize the number of quality students that we have. The contest is again given to the teachers to submit
students who they feel would qualify for this award. And we had 36 different names come to us from the senior class, which is approximately 12% of the class from the faculty. From that list, we picked the top 3, and the seniors themselves then vote on the actual recipient of the award. The person who then receives the award then has another part of the contest in which he or she submits an essay, and that is then submitted to the association to actually vote on scholarships. The winner of the DAR award this year, it's my pleasure to give to a fine young man, Brian Eros.
Thank you once again, Mrs. Dolmich, and congratulations, Brian. Our next award is the National Merit Scholarship Commendations, and this will be presented by Mrs. Lois Von Gunten.
The National Merit Program begins for high school juniors in the fall of their junior year. And so at this time, we're looking at a test and results that students began with in 1990 and sometime in October. The National Merit Program honors not only the finalists and semi-finalists, but also commended students. And my pleasure this evening is to award students who have achieved that status at Steele High School as commended students of this program. As I call your name, would these students please come forward? Shane Brandis, Deborah Margolis, Charlene Sun, and also Nathan Brown took the test when he was living in California, but the letter came to us of his outstanding performance. Nathan Brown. Congratulations on a fine academic accomplishment.
We have a very prestigious award next. That is the National Merit Scholarship Award, and this will be presented by Mr. Robert Boynton.
This year we have one National Merit finalist. There are only 14 finalists out of the 1 million students who have entered the 1992 Merit Program. It is my pleasure to introduce our National Merit finalist, Mike Stay.
Thank you, Mr. Boynton. Congratulations, Mike. Next on our list, we have the National Honor Society Scholarship, and this will be presented by Mrs. Mary Jo Malouse.
Good evening. The National Honor Society Scholarship is given to the senior member who most upholds the qualities of the honor society, that is scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The award, I think, is unique in that the money for it is earned by the National Honor Society members themselves. All seniors were invited to apply, with the only requirement being that they submit an essay outlining their contributions to the National Honor Society. This year's award goes not to one, but to two most deserving young women. Both are two-year members of the Honor Society. First, Beth Sanborn, who is the National Honor Society Secretary and Treasurer. Beth, not here. And the second award goes to Crystal Tomlin.
Mr. Bob Gaines is next up with the Ohio Academic Scholarship.
Every year, the State Board of Education, under the supervision of the Ohio Board of Regents, gives a scholarship to one senior in every high school in the state of Ohio. Each high school is invited to submit 5 applicants to that program. We have 4 commended students who are receiving a certificate of achievement from the state of Ohio, recognizing their outstanding academic achievement and performance on the ACT, which is one of the college entrance exams. I'd like to recognize those students now. Rachel Dorsch, Kristen Holstein, Debbie Margolis, and Melissa Mazer. The award winner for Marion Steele High School of the $1,000 scholarship is Margaret Hendershot.
Thank you, Mr. Gaines. Congratulations, Maggie. Next, we have the Paul Opine Steve Shannon Memorial Scholarship, which will be presented by Mr. Richard Roth.
This scholarship is named in honor of 2 former Steele students who died tragically in an automobile accident. Qualifying seniors applied for this, and the winners we have 2 are Ryan Krudoff and Amy Zaratka.
We'll call back Mr. Robert Boynton once again to present this time the Robert C. Byrd Honors Scholarship.
I'm surprised at this one, but we'll do it. The State Board of Education is pleased to announce the 1992-93 recipients of the Robert C. Byrd Honors Scholarship. The enclosed list represents the scholarship recipients from your congressional district. We are asked that you inform the applicants from your school of their selection. And it was my pleasure to present the Robert C. Byrd Honors Scholarship to Margaret Hendershot.
Thank you, Mr. Boynton. You never know when we have a few surprises in store in an evening, so. Next, Mr. Tim Logar will be presenting the Rotary Club Book Scholarship.
Sure you're doing this.
Thank you. Rotary International is a worldwide organization of business and professional men and women dedicated to international understanding and world peace. The Amherst Rotary Club devotes its time and effort and money raised from several fundraisers for international projects and community projects. On the international level, we're in our 4th year attempting to eradicate polio from the face of the earth. We also give Rotary scholarships on the international level to graduates and undergraduates, which are worth between $18,000 and $25,000 each. We're proud to say that 2 past Amherst graduates, Julie Spicer, who is now studying in Barcelona, Spain, was a recipient of one of those scholarships. Chris Krasinski is the most recent recipient of a Rotary Scholarship from Amherst, and he'll be studying this coming fall at the University of Leicester in the United Kingdom. On the community level, we've built and organized the village green in front of the Amherst Hospital, and this year we plan to light it up for the holidays. They have also donated $500 each year for the last 4 or 5 years to the the Educational Foundation, and annually gives 5 $100 book scholarships to deserving students that most exemplifies our motto, service above self. It is my pleasure to represent the Amherst Rotary Club and the president, Jerry Lewandowski, in awarding these scholarships. So I call the names, the students could come up here and you hold your applause to the end. We have Mark Polkingham. Polkinghorn? Excuse me? We'll have to talk to the typist here. Ryan McNaughton, Jeffrey Cassande, Stacy Kane, and Crystal Tomlin. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Logar. Congratulations, Mr. Polkinghorn. That's all. I wouldn't have made that mistake, Mark. Next on our list, we have the Student Council Scholarships, and this will be presented by Mrs. Von Gunton. Is that correct? Okay.
The president of Student Council is very, very active and had a baseball game this evening, so he's unable to attend, so I told him I would fill in for him since I'm his Student Council advisor. Student Council is a very active organization at Steele High School, and each year for several years has awarded scholarships to seniors who have demonstrated not only an academic level of performance, but also participation in service and in leadership to their school. This year we are very pleased that due to our efforts of fundraising, primarily the Christmas dance and the homecoming dance, we're able to offer 4 $500 scholarships to deserving seniors. And as I call your name, would you please come forward? Deborah Margolis. Tara Sproul.
Thank you.
Rep Vegaha. Janie Stranisha.
Thank you, Mrs. Feingarten. You know, if we do mispronounce names occasionally, you'll have to excuse us because this isn't the usual list of kids that get called down on the morning announcements. The presenter of our next award is, I've known for a few years. He's my brother-in-law. And, but seriously, we really are honored in Amherst this year to have this award at our school. And I'd like to introduce now Lieutenant Colonel Clifford Stilgenbauer, who will be presenting the United States Military Academy Scholarship.
Thank you. I've been asked by the United States Military Academy to come here this evening and publicly acknowledge the accomplishments of Melissa Mazer. Briefly, requirements for entrance to the United States Military Academy are extremely rigid and extremely competitive. The primary criteria are those of academic excellence, athletic ability, and leadership potential as exhibited through extracurricular activities. The U.S. Military Academy at West Point has realized that Melissa has more than fulfilled the requirements for entrance to the U.S. Military Academy. As such, I would like to announce that she will be receiving a full scholarship for 4 years to West Point at an equivalent value of $180,000. Upon completion of her 4 years at the Academy, she will receive a Bachelor of Science degree and a commission as an officer in the United States Army. Melissa, would you please come forward? Melissa, on behalf of the President of the United States, the Secretary of Defense, it gives me great pleasure to announce your appointment and admission to the United States Military Academy at West Point. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Clifford. And I appreciate it. It's, before you, I should say this about Clifford. No, in all seriousness. I'll tell you everything about him when you No, it's really fitting that Clifford Stilgenbauer presented this award tonight, I think, because he himself was a recipient of the very same scholarship from this very same school, but I won't say how many years ago. It's been a few years ago. Thanks so much. And congratulations once again, Clifford. Melissa. Next on the list, we have the Army Reserve Scholar Athlete Award presented by Sergeant Stephen Reckner.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, students, faculty members. As he announced, I'm Sergeant Reckner. I'm from the United States Army. I'm one of them Army recruiters out there that I'm sure a lot of you know, at least by the telephone. But tonight I'm here to pay tribute and honor to a young man and a young lady that has met the standards and exceeded them in both academic and athletic abilities. And if you would please come forward when I call your name. Ms. Rachel Dorsch. Also, I'd like to call forward Brian Eros. Congratulations. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sergeant Reckner. We have 2 awards next, which I will be presenting from the science department here at Steele High School. Each year, we present 2 science awards to outstanding junior science students. These are selected by the science department, and the awards are chosen on the basis of classes in the science department that the students have taken and excelled in, special projects that the students have worked on, grade point average, and a number of other criteria. The American Society of Medals Award is given to an outstanding junior who is interested in the physical sciences and in engineering. And this year, the American Society of Medals Award goes to Nicholas Perch. Next on the list is the Bausch and Lomb Science Award. This is an award which is in association with the University of Rochester and has the possibility of a scholarship that goes along with it. And this award also goes to a junior student who has excelled in science. And our Bausch and Lomb Science Award for this year goes to Kathy Eros. Congratulations, Nick and Kathy. The Century 3 Principals Leadership Award will be presented by our principal, Mr. Robert Quinn.
The Century 3 Leadership Award is sponsored by the National Association of Secondary School Principals and the Herff Jones Company. The award recognizes academic excellence and outstanding school leadership. The recipient of the 1991-92 Century 3 Leadership Award for Steele High School goes to Margaret Hendershot. Well, this should be Mrs. Von Gutten's award. Only the second time in my memory, I've been here, this is my 13th year, that we've had a student who's had perfect attendance. And as I understand it, the perfect attendance isn't only for Steele High School for 4 years, but this perfect attendance goes back to, I believe, 4th grade possibly. And that's quite an accomplishment. Receiving the certificate for perfect attendance at Steele High School is Misty Stack.
I think that's amazing. I do. I really do. You know, what's your secret, Misty? You must be the healthiest person. She pointed to her mom, you know? That's pretty good. You know, I've heard, do you eat a lot of garlic or something, to stay healthy? What is that? It's incredible. I'm always amazed when we have one of those awards, and it isn't often. The Foreign Language Awards is next, and this will be presented by, who else but Mrs. Gwen Baker.
Please bear with me. I was given this one to read. This is not mine. It says, when the foreign language department teachers were asked who they would like to recommend for this year's foreign language award, each one immediately gave this girl's name. She had studied French before coming to Steele High School, having taken 1 year in junior high in another school system. She then proceeded to take French 2 in grade 9, French 3, and Spanish 1 in grade 10, French 4, Spanish 2, and Russian 1 in 11th grade, and Russian 2 and Spanish 3 this year. She never received anything less than an A in any of her classes in foreign language. If she had not had to take other courses, she probably would have taken a couple of years of Latin too. Some years, we foreign language teachers have to put our heads together to come up with an award winner. Other years, there are 2 or 3 people who are deserving of the award. But this year, there is no contest. This award goes to Kelly Zahn, who richly deserves it.
Kelly will have no trouble ordering from a menu no matter where you are. The American High School Math Exam Award will be presented this year by Mrs. Judy Ingersoll.
Thank you, Mr. Langle. The American High School Mathematics Exam is an extremely difficult test which requires a student not only to be creative and analytical in problem solving, but also to execute the mechanics of those problems with extreme accuracy. We had a number of students do quite well on this year's test, with our top score this year being received by Charlene Sun. It is with much pride and pleasure that I congratulate her on this terrific accomplishment and ask her to come forward and receive her award. You didn't let me finish. Congratulations. Nice job.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Award will be presented by Mr. Richard Roth.
A little bit earlier, Dave was kidding that these are not the normal people whose names get called every day. I guess one of the nice things about the job that I have at Steele is these are people that I really do deal with every day, and it's really a pleasure. The State Athletic Association every year sends out a survey to honor those people who are high school seniors, who are outstanding athletes and outstanding students. Both of these recipients certainly qualify. They both have grade point averages that exceed the 4-point and are outstanding athletes in their own sports. Our winners are Rachel Dorsch and Brian Errol.
This is becoming the Rachel and Brian show tonight. The Ohio University American History Test winner will be presented by the man who's been standing here passing things out all night, Mr. Ron Camp.
He's a tough act to follow, I'm telling you. Each year, Ohio University, for the last 10 or 15 years, Ohio University has sponsored an American History contest. This is normally given to our juniors and seniors who are taking or have had American history. The purpose then is to recognize outstanding students, to offer them local competition, and they proceed on to Ohio University, where they also take an additional examination to be eligible for scholarships. This year we had a winner from our high school plus from the district who went to Ohio University and participated in the competition. This time it's going to be a pleasure to introduce to you Red Begenhoff, who is our local winner. Red?
My colleague from the science department, our physics teacher, Mr. Roy McCullough, will present the Science Fair Award.
Every year at this time, it's my pleasure to take the opportunity to recognize the top few students in our local science fair. This year we had 199 entries, 70 of those from the high school. Of those, 6 received a superior rating, but one project scored significantly above the rest. That one was the work titled, "Do You Remember?" by Elizabeth Miller.
Once again, we'll call our principal, Mr. Robert Boynton, up to present the State of Ohio Department of Education Martin W. Essex School for the Gifted Award. Wow.
Another place surprises. I'm surprised again. But that's okay. This one's a new one because I haven't ever given it before. It's my pleasure to inform you that you have been recommended by the State Selection Committee for the participant in the Martin W. Essex School for Gifted. Your application indicates a high level of maturity, insight, and commitment to excellence for which you should be proud. And our recipient of this award goes to John Dorsch.
Well, it was kind of fun reading the name of that award anyways, you know. Yeah. The United States Navy Honors Program Award will be presented by Petty Officer Adkins. This right here recognizes the top 10% of the seniors and the juniors, so nobody's really left out, and it's just for the academic part, which is very important in today's society. I like to recognize other people out here, and graduating about 10 years ago and being a student, you know, I had my parents, and he always thought they were always wrong, you know. And believe it or not, things that they do is not because they hate you, it's because they love you, you know. And it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be here right now. So, yeah, all the kids out there and all the students out there, I'd like to give your parents a good applause out there.
Okay, when I call your name, please come forward.
Yeah, I got lost.
Okay, seniors, Brian Arrows, Rachel Dorsch, Margaret Hendershot, Kristen Holstein. Just have them stand in the front there. Just on the line, that's right. Debbie Margolis, Melissa Mazer, Mark Polkinghorn, Matt Schaefer, Charlene Sun, and Amy Zareka. These are our seniors. Now for our outstanding juniors. Kathy Earls, John Dorsch, and Amy Grandin. Scott Kleiman, Matt McNeary, and Nick Perch. Bill Rowley, Heather Sigmund, Jennifer Stidak, and Eric Willard. That's all right. They even confuse themselves sometimes. But they're only juniors, some seniors, so. And it's Monday, and it's late.
That's Jennifer and Heather Bettis.
And these are outstanding juniors and seniors.
The yearbook awards and recognition will be presented by Mrs. Lori Krauser.
Good evening. I've really enjoyed sitting up here because so many of the students who have come forward are yearbook staff members, and I'm very proud of them. And I'll be recognizing many of them at our last meeting. I'd like to recognize 3 special young ladies this evening, though, who have really contributed greatly to this year's book and kind of gone beyond the call of duty to make this a very good year for the yearbook. They are Courtney Gammons, Georgianne Wallen, and Julie Wingate. Would you please come forward? Courtney and Julie will get their pins on Tuesday, but I'm glad that Georgianne's here. We've gone to a high-tech yearbook program this year. The whole yearbook is being completed on a Macintosh computer. As of this summer, or let's say before this summer, I had never touched a Macintosh computer, so it's been a year of learning for me. And quite frankly, I don't know how I would have done it and how we would have completed a book without Georgianne Wallet, because she has really mastered the system. She's put in a number of hours. She works on the yearbook every single day for about an hour and a half. She's taken the program home with her. She's just really been fantastic, and I would like to announce today that she will be our next year's senior editor. Congratulations.
It really does take a lot of hard work to put the yearbook out every year. Next, we have the Tandy Technology Scholars, and these will be recognized and presented by Mrs. Lois Van Gunten.
Each year, the Tandy Corporation asks that high schools nominate deserving, outstanding mathematicians, scientists, and computer science students. And this year's nominees from Steele High School represent the top 2% of the graduating class and are in one of those 3 areas of outstanding excellence, either mathematics, science, or computer science. As I call your name, would you please come forward? Rachel Dorsch. Kristen Holstein. Mark Polkinghorn. Matthew Schaefer. Charlene Sun. And one of our seniors this year has been chosen as the outstanding student to receive this award, and that's Michael Stay.
The United States Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete Award and the United States Marine Corps Music Award is next, and this will be presented by Corporal Lyons from the United States Marine Corps.
Good morning. Yeah, I know I'm a little behind the time here, but that's all right. I started off this morning when I started the day off. Okay, today I'm giving out 2 awards. I got 3 people who get these 2 awards. But the first one, and there's only one person that received this award, is for Distinguished Athlete. Not only did they do real well in sports and so forth, but they also had to do good in their academics, be a leader, and just been an all-around, all right person. Somebody that the teachers, the coaches, and the counselors all recognize. And I take great pleasure in presenting the Distinguished Athlete Award to Colleen Young. Please come forward. The next award is for musical excellence. And this is not the first time I gave 2 awards for this type of award. This is the first time I ever had to give it, that there are twins. And now there's 2 sets of twins out there, if I'm not mistaken, that they were both close for all 4 of them to win it. But there's only one set that did win it. And I take great pleasure to present the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence, presented to Kurt Butler and Keith Butler by the United States Marine Youth Foundation. Congratulations. Thank you.
The Vocational School Awards and recognition will be presented by the Vocational School Principal, Mrs. Diane Shekloff.
Good evening. It is an honor to be here to share your evening. And on behalf of the JVS, we would like to congratulate all of you on your achievements. At this time, it is a special privilege to recognize students who have left their home school, come to the JVS, and have excelled. Now, these students have been recognized at various activities, but we felt it important to recognize them here in front of their home school. Heather Fortner. Heather, are you here this evening? Heather is in child care. She competed in the home economics competition, placed first in the region in creative expression, which qualified her to go to Columbus. Congratulations. John Harback. John is in small engines. He was just inducted as a charter member of our National Vocational Technical Honor Society. Ken Potts. Ken is in culinary arts. He competed in the home economics competition in Gourmet Grill, placed first in the region, went to the state competition, and placed first in Columbus. John Winfield. John, are you here? John is in drafting, and for the first year we were invited by the Junior Engineering Technical Society to compete in a competition in Cleveland, and our team placed third, and we're very proud.
Mrs. Judy Pozniak will present the Volunteer Club Awards.
Thank you. Our volunteer club is a newly formed club this year, and we're quite proud of fact that we can provide a book scholarship for a worthy senior. This senior that we've selected is really most worthy. They're an honor student, they're involved in sports, and this volunteer was a Sunday school teacher, a gymnastic instructor, and yet he had time to volunteer in the Lorraine Follies. Brian Prudoff, would you please come forward? Is he here? Okay, we'll see to it that he gets the honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bozniak. It's my honor at this time to recognize the members of the 1991-1992 Steele High School academic team. As their coach, I've been with these kids for a few years now, particularly our seniors. Some of them have been on the team since they were freshmen. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about the academic team. The academic team competes in matches and tournaments throughout the year. We start in October, and we finish our last tournament up sometime in April. So the kids on the team are involved in the academic team year-round. They put in a lot of hard work and put in a lot of practice time, and they also have a lot of fun. I think I have a lot of fun coaching them, and they have a lot of fun being on the team. We had a very successful year this year. Early in the year, we finished first in the Sandusky Rapid Challenge Tournament, which was a tournament composed of about 15 or so area teams held at Sandusky. We later on in the early winter finished first in the Firelands College Holiday Challenge Tournament, and that qualified us for competition in the state regional tournament. We finished first in the Southwestern Conference Computer Tournament. This is an interesting event. It's an academic tournament in which all the 8 Southwestern Conference teams participate at their own school on their own computers, and then the results are sent in. For the second year in a row, and in fact the only 2 years that tournament has been in existence, Steele High School has finished first. We finished 4th in the state of Ohio in the Fall Knowledge Master Open. This again is a computer tournament. I don't mean it's about computers, but the questions are done at your home school on the computers. And we seem to be very good at that sort of thing. And we made it to the semifinals in the Lorain County Scholastic Games. So the 1991-1992 academic team certainly had a good year this year. And I hope we have good years. I'd like to have as good a years in the future as we did this year, although it's going to be a tough act to follow. Interestingly enough, the first person I'm going to call up for recognition for the academic team was a young man who came on the team as a freshman, and everybody at that time, 4 years ago, said, who is this guy, And all of a sudden he started just answering more questions than they'd ever seen anybody answer, and earned the respect of the seniors real quickly. And he's done very well all through his 4 years here, and it's really tough to let him go. But even if he were to fail this year, he doesn't have any eligibility left. So there's nothing I can do. We've got to graduate him now. So Red Vagoff. We've got a whole list of people. We've got a big team, so I'll just call them all up. And I don't know if this is in any particular order. It looks like we've got seniors first here, so that's the way I get. Blame it on me. Charlene Sun. Mike Stay. Shane Brandis. Tom Dick, Dave Barno, Mickey Nixon. Mickey Dispenza, I know he's not here, he's on a biology field trip. Mark Polkinghorn. Charlton Son, oh, a freshman edition this year. Aaron Hammond. Vince Conaway. Kelly Zahn. Georgianne Wallet. Oh, you got the wrong one. Came up too quick. Yeah. Congratulations again. Doug Stay, Jeff Cassandi, Rhea Busick, Kara Sproul, congratulations, Kara, Jamie Stranisha, Jim Roth, Kristen Holstein, Matt Brown, Nicole Gray, Beth Miller, Michelle Frogner, Mike Roth, Michelle Beachler, and there they are, the 1992 academic team. I'm back up here again. Next, our superintendent, Mr. Howard Dalmadge, will be presenting the Presidential Award of Academic Fitness.
Thank you. I am not surprised to be here tonight because I asked to present this award. I have asked to present this award since its inception 8 years ago, and we have now broadened the award and give it in each of our buildings as the student leaves that building. 8th graders at Nord and 6th graders at Shoup and so on down the line. I think this award best exemplifies what we stand for, certainly what I believe, and what we stand for here in the Amherst schools. 8 years ago, then President Reagan was very concerned about the academic standing of American students and the way we were going in schools. And he pointed out a new curriculum, what he called the new basics. That may or may not change when a Democrat is in the White House, but for now, we have the Presidential Academic Fitness Awards. These awards will be given to the following students. Those students who have achieved those senior students who have achieved a B+ average. They've scored in the top 20% in the nationally recognized ACT or SAT test and have taken at least 12 units in what are called the new basics, English, mathematics, social science, and foreign language. I am very, very proud to recognize 33 of our seniors who are the recipients of the Presidential Academic Fitness Award. I'm going to ask for help.
Yeah, okay. Brian Arrows. This is going to be a long list, so why don't we hold the applause and give them all a rousing hand at the end. Shane Brandis. Oh, Brian, would you stay up here, please? David Barno. Stacy King. Jennifer Camera. Tom Dick, Rachel Dorsch, Tanya Dyke, Karen Floro, Margaret Hendershot, Kristen Holstein, Jeff Cassandi, Carrie Kovac, Deborah Margolis, Melissa Mazer, Ryan McNaughton, David Meffinger, David O'Delly, Mark Polkinghorn, Aaron Poplar, Ryan Prudhoff, Matthew Schaefer, Amy Sedlecki, Ian Smith, Michael Stay, Jamie Sternisha, Corey Studd, Charlene Sun, Crystal Tomlin, Rhett Vegahop, Amy Zaratka, Kelly Zahn, and Leanne Zaworski.
These are our Presidential Academic Fitness Award winners. Congratulations.
I know some of these people are going to be coming right back up here, so don't get too comfortable, because next is the Award of Distinction from the Ohio State Board of Education to be presented by Mr. Robert Boynton and the guidance staff.
The Award of Distinction is sponsored by the Ohio State Board of Education. The award is presented to high school seniors who have met the following criteria. The student must have successfully completed 4 units of English, 3 units of math, 3 units of science, 3 units of social studies, and 3 units of a foreign language. And at this time, we would like to present the Award of Distinction from the state of Ohio to our seniors.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, we're at that part of our program with the long lists. So if you'll please hold your applause until the end. Christine Aaron. Brian Arrows. Janelle Aschenbach. Mark Bailey. Ryan Bailey. David Barno. Kurt Bauer. April Berryhill. Suzanne Borman. Mike Bradley. Shane Brandis. Nat Brown. Stacy Kane. Jennifer Camera. Derek Cruzado. Jan Murillo. David Neffinger. David O'Delly. Deanna Plum. Mark Polkinghorn. Aaron Poplar. Oh, wait a minute. Am I in the wrong set list? No, wait a minute. All right. No need to worry. We'll have this all figured out. This is why you get a higher degree, I think. I don't know. All right. Dustin Cruzado. Tom Dick. Colleen Disbro. Kristen Donovan. I'm getting the same result. Rachel Dorsch. All right. Emily Engelhardt. Karen Floro. Gina Fraboda. Bonnie Gaudnier. Heather German. Margaret Hendershot. Kristen Holstein. Michelle Yakin. John Jenkins. Jeff Cassandi. Carrie Kovac. Michelle Leakey. Katina Machi. Alexis McGuire. Jennifer Mamrak. Deborah Margolis. We finally got there. Bingo. Tracy Marshall. Brent Marty. Melissa Mazer. Ryan McNaughton. Jan Murillo. We already said. David Neffinger. Let's see. Did Mark Polkinghorn come up? Yeah. Okay. How about Aaron Poplar? Yeah. All right. Poposky. Dan Poposky. Ryan Krudoff. Brad Reichert. Lana Reinhardt. Lana, that's Laura Reinhardt. Darlene Rice. Beth Sanborn. Matt Schaefer. Joanne Schneider. Amy Sedlecki. Nicole Slavin. Slavin, sorry. Ian Smith. Wendy Springer. Oh, there's Ian. Tara Sproul. Misty Stack. Christy Stackhouse, Jamie Sternisha, Corey Studd, Eric Stump, Charlene Sun, Crystal Tomlin, Michelle Ward, Rhett Vegahoff, Holly Werner, Timmy Yu, Amy Zaratka, we're down to the Z's here, Kelly Zahn, the columns again, Leanne Zawar. Okay, let's have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The academic honor students from the 4 grades will be recognized next, and to present this will be the president of the Amherst Teachers Association, Mrs. Patty Vegahoff.
On behalf of the Amherst Teachers Association, I would like to congratulate all of you for your academic accomplishments. This could only be realized because you were willing to put forth the commitment, the time, and the effort, as well as the support that you received from your parents, your school, and your community. I challenge each of you to continue that commitment and that support as you continue on your educational endeavors. I challenge each of you to set your goals, to believe in yourself, to work hard. Remember, the easiest things in life don't necessarily come easy, but the hardest things really are the best. Take advantage of all of life's experiences and know that you are in charge of your own life. May you always experience the positive attitude, a sense of self-worth, health, happiness, and enjoyment that life has in store for you. Thank you for all that you've given of yourself.
Mr. Lengel will help Mr. Vegahoff. First year academic letter, 9th grade, goes to Carrie Bose. Vince Conaway. Will you please come forward and hold your applause to all the first year letter winners. Robin Davey. Christopher Kane. Michael Musgrave. Jamie Predmore. Karen Stay, Charlton Sun, and Thomas Servoy. These are our 9th grade academic winners. 10th grade, Thomas Capel, Greg Labria, Christian Mackert, Jason Mayer, Gretchen Root, and Michael Sleesman. These are our sophomore award winners. And our juniors, Heather Anderson, Courtney Gammons, Jared Leo, Nicole Ray, Juliet Rivera, Douglas Stay, Ryan Voss, and Mike Johan. These are our juniors.
Our seniors are Dave Barno, Jeff Cassani, and Red Bighall. These are our seniors and our first year award winners. Thank you. Our second year pin winners for receiving a second year academic award, Rhea Busick, Susie DeJama, Christy Zubik, JT Engelhardt, Amanda McGuire, James, Rana Mahar, Tara Bigelow, and Jamie Zavosic. These are our sophomore award winners. Our juniors, Amy Grandin, Aaron Hammond, it's like Academy Awards. Ken Hamoya, Robin Hamoya, Michelle Hooper, Christopher Kennard, Josh Kish, Julie Matisick, Mac McNeary, Amanda Mlinchek, Nick Perch, Bill Rowley, Heather Sigmund, and Eric Willard. These are our juniors. And finally, our seniors, second year award winners, Bonnie Godnier, David Neppinger, David O'Delly, Aaron Poplar, Amy Sedlecki, and Leanne Zaworski. And these are our seniors. Thank you. Third year, the academic award medal for juniors goes to Kathy Aris, John Dorsch, Scott Kleiman, Mickey Nixon, and Jenny Stiddak. These are our juniors. Our senior third year academic award winners, Tom Dick, Ryan Krudoff, Laura Reinhardt, Mike Stay, and Corey Studd. These are our seniors. Come forward and help Mr. Bakerhouse. We will hand out the fourth year academic awards. There are plaques who have achieved an academic letter for the following 4 years. Ryan Arrows, Jenny Camera, Rachel Dorsch, Tanya Dyke. Karen Floral. Margaret Hendershot. Debbie Margolis. Polkinghorn. Jamie Stranisha. Charlene Sun. Holly Warner. Amy Zaraka. And Kelly Zahn. These are our outstanding seniors.
The 1991 Honors Scholar graduates recognized next by Mr. Boyne.
In order to receive an honor cord, which is significant, or will make honor students at graduation, the criteria for this award is the student
Brian Arrows. Jenny Camera. Tom Nick. Rachel Dorsch. Tanya Dyke. Margaret Hendershot. Kristen Holstein. Debbie Margolis. Melissa Mazer. David Neffinger. David O'Delly. Mark Polkinghorn. Aaron Poplar. Krudoff. Matthew Schaefer. Amy Sedlecki. Michael Stay. Jamie Stramisha. Corey Stud. Charlene Sun. Brett Vegahoff. Holly Werner. Amy Zaratka. Kelly Zahn. And Leanne Zaworski. These are our seniors.
This brings to a close the 14th Annual Scholarship and Awards Program. A few final words in closing. Once again, congratulations to all our award winners. As you can see, well, it's 8:49, and we've recognized a lot of people tonight. I think that this really speaks well of Amherst as a community and Amherst as a school system, to have an awards program of this magnitude year after year and have such outstanding, high-achieving students that we have here. At this time, I'd like to thank the PTS for all their help tonight. I'd like to thank the students for all that they've done at their time here, particularly the seniors who are 4 years here at Steele High School. And I'd like to especially thank the parents for all their help in so many, many ways over the years in helping their sons and daughters to achieve the awards that they received tonight. We do have available up here the list of all the awards that the various students received tonight, so you can get your program in a little bit. At this time, I would like all of the student award winners, anyone who has received an award right now, to go to the library. We're going to have a very brief photo session over there, so on your feet, award winners, and you know where the library is. Everyone else, please remain seated for a few minutes. Let's have one final hand as they are leaving. So all the award winners will head out to the library. Now, for the parents and guests that are remaining here, I would like to invite you at this time to avail yourself the refreshments we have available over there along that wall. And also, I've been asked to say that the Comic Corner is open, and they have various, it's our bookstore, various things from Marion, Steele, and Amherst schools that you could buy there if you like. And once again, we have the programs up there. I'd like to thank everyone once again
Superintendent Howard Talmadge, Principal Bob Boynton, our assistant principals Lois Von Gutten and Richard Roth for everything they've done tonight. And once again, it's been an outstanding program, and thank you all for attending.